Women, men, regardless who you are, look at me. Stop giving away parts of yourself to people for free or at a discount, is how I like to say it. Don't cheapen yourself for anybody. That's where self-love comes in, and that's why loving yourself first, everybody says loving yourself first. You got to love yourself first before you love somebody else, blah, 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 blah. I heard that my whole life, and I didn't understand it until just recently during my last breakup. It took me a long time to realize that if you don't have any standards, then you're not going to find what it is that you're looking for. If you don't know what you're looking for, if you can't define it, if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a map, where are you going? How can you expect to get something? It's not going to fall in your lap, that's for sure. I want you to know that it is never too late to course correct. Okay? Stop hurting yourself unnecessarily, because you are hurting yourself. You're breaking your own heart when you don't have them earn it first. They need to earn your trust. They need to earn who you are and earn you opening up to them and telling them who you are. You can't just come in here and ask for everything for free. You wouldn't go to a store and you wouldn't say, hey, give me XYZ for free. Give me all the flavors of ice cream. I want them in gallons. I want them in a carton. And then on the other side, you're expecting them to pay you for it when they already took it and left the store. They're not going to come back. They're not going to pay you. What incentive do they have? They lost the incentive. You gave it away for free or at a discount if you made them work for it a little bit. No, don't give of yourself like that. You are worth too damn much to give yourself away so easily. Think about it. Who are you? You are an amazing person. You are better than that. And the moment that you accept that you are better than that, people around you will see that, and you will put that vibe and you will put that vibration out into the world, and people will pick up on it. Even people who would normally not be attracted to you, they can sense something about you. They can sense something about your confidence. You can be the most beautiful person in the world, but if your attitude is shit and you make other people feel bad when they're around you, they're not going to want to be around you. And you're not going to be attractive enough for them to want you in their life in any form, whether it's friendship or relationship. It's more important to be confident and give off that high vibration. And confidence doesn't come easily. It doesn't come easily to anybody. That's the big secret. There are people who are narcissists who think all this stuff about themselves, but for most people it doesn't come easily, and it's something that you struggle with. I struggle with it day to day. Some days are good, some days are bad. It's not always perfect, and things happen. People reject us, make us feel bad, say things, people who don't even know us. There's a good meme out there that says, why are you going to let one person's opinion upset you and take you down and maybe ruin your whole day, when there are so many opinions of you that say the opposite, that say that you're a positive person, that say you're beautiful or that you are graceful. Don't give in to that one little negative speck in this world of beauty. Let it go, let it flow. In spirituality, it's all about letting it go and letting it flow. And I think one of the things I was doing, I read Blythe Robertson's book, and I'm going to put a link for it below if you're interested. But it's a really funny book about dating men from a straight woman. She talks about how people always say love will find you when you least expect it. And she pounds upon, this idea that if you don't want love, or you tell yourself you don't want love, that it'll suddenly find you. I don't think that's what people mean when they say that. I think it's more of vibrationally, if you're focused on loving yourself and loving who you are and trying to do what you came on this earth to do, whatever it is that your purpose for being here is, you're going to vibrate on this level that is so beautiful, so high, so energetic, that people are going to be drawn to you. And when you're doing something that you're passionate about, that you care about, that you truly love and desire, you have this different vibration. You have this different way about you. It's like when you see a musician you really love and they're so devoted to their music and their lyrics just explain the pain of what they went through and emulates what you're going through. That amazing connection and feeling, that's what brings the connection of relationships and friendships and whatever relationships you need to grow your business professionally, whatever the situation is. It brings it into you. The other part of what I want to talk about on my profile on dating sites previously, I would write, you'd have like that little byline or tagline or whatever, like who you are, to try and get people's attention, like something flashy. Mine always said, no expectations, no disappointments, a very Buddhist belief. And when I was younger, I was very much a big believer in it and tried to stick with it. And as I got older and started wanting things and seeing things not happen, I started to move away from that belief, even myself. But I really, truly believe that when you let go, let it flow, like we're talking about, and you don't have expectations on things, and you don't put so much pressure, you stop creating this resistance and this barrier to everything. And you allow it to come to you. And you allow, even if it doesn't come to you, you're okay, because you're going to let it go. You're going to let it flow, and then you're going to know that something better is on its way and something better is coming in for you, or there's just something better overall. Stop demanding, stop expecting. People that you're dating aren't under any obligation to give you anything, do anything for you, be loyal to you. We put all these expectations and they are not obligated to do anything for you. So when you first meet a person, you start talking to them, you start feeling good. A lot of women want to run up and just be like, oh my God, I hope he's the one. I hope he's this. I hope he's that. I hope he's kind. I hope he'll be a good father. Whoa. Way too many expectations, way too much things that you're putting on this person. And energetically, they can feel that. And that creates a resistance. And that literally will stop that situation from happening. And even if you don't believe in energy and spirituality, you have to understand that at a basic level, you will start to behave based on those expectations that you're keeping in your mind. So when you set up a date, or it's Saturday and this person's like, oh, no Saturday, no Sunday, I'm busy, you're going to automatically, a lot of women will automatically think, oh God, he's dating someone else, he's seeing someone else, I'm losing him, and then start acting in a manner that will cause you to lose him because you're freaking out. And it may not be the case at all. He might not be dating someone else, and he may be, because there honestly is no commitment between the two of you. And that's dating in 2020. Back then you dated one person, you pretty much assumed that they were dating someone else. But nowadays you have to have that conversation, and that conversation can't happen too soon. It could take months for that conversation to happen, and you want it to take some time because you really need to stop and get to know people and get to know what their expectations are for in a relationship, what they want, what they need from a relationship standpoint. And it may not fall in line with what you need or what you want. And that doesn't make them a bad person. It just means it doesn't work for you two. And you have to find a successful relationship is going to be one where the two of you can have a meeting ground of, okay, this is what I want, this is what you want. There's some things on the outliers that we don't agree on. Are those things that we can compromise? You know, are those things that we can handle? Because there's so many times there are situations where relationships end because, you know, finances. One person puts more into something, or cleaning. You live with someone and they expect, you know, a perfect, prim, proper place. Things need to have their place, and some people don't need that. Their focus, like for me, I know where everything is. It may look a little bit cluttered, and I'll get to cleaning it, but more importantly, I want to focus on being happy. I'd much rather, you know, go out and have fun with my friends or spend time with my family than sitting here and cleaning and making sure everything is tidy and perfect and in its perfect place so that I can find it the next day. Like, that's not as important to me. And when I look at the big picture and the grand scheme of things, I'm not going to be laying on my deathbed like, hey, I didn't put that concealer back in the concealer bin and it's making my makeup desk a mess. You know what? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not going to be important. If your house is not dusted and you got some dust everywhere, like, ain't nobody going to be talking about that when you dead. Like, nah. But sorry, I get a little ghetto sometimes. I'm from New York. What do you want from me? I get a little real sometimes, and I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep it real because that's who I am. There's only one person you can ever truly 100% rely on, and that's you. So you need to focus on you, you need to love you, you need to make yourself the priority, even if you're in a relationship. You know, one of the most important things I learned was not to give yourself completely away. In my marriage, I grew up in a household, you know, that was heavily an Indian culture. So you got to understand that Indian culture, you're raised as a woman to be ultimate nurturer. You're not raised to have, you know, goals for yourself or beliefs for yourself. You're literally married, and then this is why girls are always crying. These Indian brides are always crying in the movies. You're literally married, and then you go to your husband's house where he still lives with mom and dad. And then you are a servant for his family, and you take care of his family. And, you know, basically your mother-in-law becomes your little dictator, and that's how it used to be for girls. So you wonder why I never wanted to get married? That's why. And you wonder why I don't like men? I don't like to date men that don't understand that in my culture? There you go. I lost myself when I literally went from being this independent, happy person with goals and dreams and drive and ambition. And then as soon as I got into this committed relationship, got married, I felt like I had to drop all of that. I felt like suddenly my husband's needs came before my own. And I stopped taking care of myself. I stopped, you know, working out. I stopped making myself feel good, look good. I didn't spend money on myself, you know, no more doing my nails, no more doing my hair, no more makeup, none of that. And I lost who I was. And that was so deep, and it hurt me so bad when I came out of that and I started healing after the relationship. And I realized that I had done that to myself. I lost who I was. I couldn't recognize who I was anymore. Even with, my last breakup, that was the part that hurt me the most, is that I did that to myself. There was a lot of, I didn't hate myself, but I was really disappointed in myself for not putting myself first, for not taking care of myself. This is my life. This is my journey. How dare I serve it on a platter to someone? And of course, what are they supposed to do with that? Nobody's going to want to be with somebody who has nothing. Nobody wants to be with somebody who's down and has no ambition. Like, that's not something anybody wants to be a part of. People want energies and people in their circle and surrounding them, even on a friendship level, that have something they want or they desire. Even if it, on the simplest level, it's, happiness or a vibrancy or an energy. That's what makes so many successful people successful, is that they have that. You want to be their friend. You want to know them. You want to date that girl or date that guy, or you want to be around them in their circle, in their sphere. They have that attraction quality. That's vibration. That's something that you can change and you can affect, and that starts with you and only you. This is your life. This is your journey, and you are in the driver's seat. So don't let anybody else, don't sit in the back seat, don't sit in the passenger seat. You are in the driver's seat. And the other thing is, if the car crashes, it's on you. But you can always course correct. You can always change this right now, at the moment where you are in life, wherever you are. You can change that by changing your vibration. There are a lot of great resources and people that talk about how to change your vibration. That's important, like Aaron, and I'll put that in the link below, who really helped open my eyes and made me see what's really going on and what's happening in the world. And it made a huge difference, let me tell you, because so many people I talk to say, oh, I'd love to meditate, but I can't because I can't stop thinking, or I just give up after a while. Well, when you first start meditating, and if you watch the video that I'll link below, when you first start meditating, it's going to be hard. It's going to be weird, because you're going to think, like, naturally, when I first started meditating, I thought that it was supposed to be something it completely wasn't. I thought I needed to master this and control, and it's not about control. It's about flow. Everything is about flow. Letting go. Whatever thoughts pop into your mind, let them. Let them pop in, let them pop out, let them do their thing. But just relax and just observe. Just observe. Just sit back in your energy and observe. And that's when things will change for you, and you'll start to see things more clearly. And you'll give your brain this chance, this break from everyday life and stress and worry, and you will feel so much better. Your brain, once you're done meditating, your brain will be ready to go. You'll be ready to hit the pavement running, which is literally where I'm at. Hit the pavement running. If you like the video, please subscribe. If you like the makeup, then I have lots of videos on makeup. Makeup is primarily my bread and butter.